Alright guys, Billy here with Goodbreeze. We got our hands a little early on the new Armstrong Apf 1350 pump wing, and pretty excited to give it a shot here. It's going to add to their lineup where they already have the APFs, the bigger ones, the 1675 and 1880. Those wings are amazing for dock starts and just pump foiling in general, but they are really big. And for me, I just thought they were a little more too big for me to like have fun with in the surf and play around with. Just you can't steer them once you get going, but I mean for dock starting, and that's what you need. So I'm excited to try this Apf 1350 to see if it's still playful, if I can actually surf it at all, and just how it paddles into waves. I'm going to try it today with, I only have a Dart 140 tail. It's kind of the tail I ride pretty much all the time. So it's not exactly a pump tail, but I'm hoping it'll loosen it up and make it playful. My 795 Performance Mass, I'm going to try it on the mid-length 45 liter and go paddle into some waves with it. And then I might come switch and try it with my foil drive just to see how it gets up on foil real easily, see if it gets up on foil easily with the foil drive, just to kind of give it two different feels than today. The waves are, looks pretty fun actually. It's knee, maybe waist high, light onshore breeze. There is a lot of seaweed that I'm gonna have to watch out for, but it's always challenging, but it'll see it make it interesting. So go give it a shot and let you know what I think. Well, seaweed. Can you beep that out? Anyways, the wing's awesome. The conditions are crap. The seaweed is really frustrating. Every time I start get going, I feel this super nice glide. I hit a clump of seaweed and sink. A few chances I got to get outside above the seaweed. Felt really good, easy to pump. I probably went too small of the tail. Again, I have the 140 Dart tail on here, so it was a little wobbly and hard for me to kind of get balanced. A lot of it's adjusting to riding a pump wing. I haven't really ridden one since the first ones came out. I'm mostly on the HAs and in the waves. But once I actually got on a wave and was cruising down a line, I was really impressed at how much speed it could hold. I thought it was going to be really, really slow and just hit a wall like the larger APFs do. It actually held its speed. I was able to fly down the line on a few waves I did catch with that. So I could see it being really fun. Probably even smaller conditions than this. I probably don't even need this size wing for these, waist high waves. But I'm going to switch it over to the foil drive board now. I think with this I can get outside past the seaweed, because every time I go to pop up, the seaweed was right on the bottom. I can just feel it dragging me down. This way I can get outside. I can get up maybe on some flatter water and just ride some of the outside swell and maybe get a little bit better feel of the pump and glide on this when I'm above all that seaweed. So I'm going to switch it and give that a shot, see how that goes.
better. The foil drive just saved the day. Seaweed is so bad, but once I got out past the seaweed, I was able to get up with the foil drive. It got up real easily on flat water, well, choppy flat water. Was able to pump off the throttle real easily, and get onto some swell. Now I can really feel the glide of this wing. It is way faster than I expected. I was expecting it to be slow like the bigger APFs, so it definitely handled the speed better. I mean, it's not like super fast, but you know, I was impressed with the speed it could handle. I think this wing would be my choice if I was doing a downwinder or if I was doing like a long shore runner run. You know, it's not super surfy, but I was able to get a few turns and start to kind of feel the turning ability of it. I think I could dial it in. I used the same 140 dart tail. I did have the TC60 fuse on this setup, whereas before when I was using the mid-length, I had the TC50, which I think had a lot to do with that super wobbliness of it, even not just with the small tail, but the short fuselage. So I think whenever I use this foil, I'm going to use the TC60. I love the TC50 for turnability and maneuverability, but I think just with the wingspan of this thing and everything else, I'm going to stick with the TC60 fuse. I think I could use the 140 dart, no problem. If I wanted to get more pumpability, I'd probably bump up the tail size, maybe the pump 202 if I really just wanted to like go far and easy pumps. You can see the wingspan on this thing is pretty long still. I think it's pretty similar to the other APFs, the longer ones. So I think they just kind of narrowed the chord and the thickness a little bit, but the overall wingspan is pretty similar. So it's still a pretty long, big wing, and it doesn't feel quite as long and kind of twitchy as the other ones do. You could lean into it a little bit more and not kind of get like the rebound effect like the longer, bigger APFs do. Yeah, so overall I'm pretty stoked on it. I think I'm going to use it on small days, probably smaller than this even. Like today I could have been on the HA and had a blast on the HA 1080, 1180, maybe even smaller. So I think I'll use this wing when it's knee high, maybe, you know, even smaller, or if I'm trying to do like long downwind runs and cover some distance, or probably just pumping on flat water. I'm pretty sure I could dog start this. I mean, I haven't done a whole lot of dog starting in my life at all, and I'm not the best pumper, especially after being in the Bahamas and eating a bunch of fried food the last week. But, you know, I think I could dog start it if I put a couple hours into it, and I think for someone of my size or lighter, it'd be a great dog start foil. If you're, you know, 190, 200 pounds, you might want to go with the bigger ones for dog starting, but overall, I'm pretty impressed, and I'm definitely going to keep it in my quiver.